There is a practice that separates the boys from the men. This practice, when done right, is the one-way ticket to God. If you can accomplish this alchemy of your sexual tendencies, then you will enter the level of the highest sages of history. Gautama Buddha and the many Buddhas that followed, the Buddha Isa or Yeshua the Mashiach, Ramana Maharshi, Mahavatar Babaji, Haidachan Babaji, to name a few, and we definitely can't ignore the intellectual geniuses that have partaken in this practice to boost their level of understanding of the cosmos. This practice is sexual alchemy. Today we will delve into this practice as applied in Akhanda Brahmacharya or God mode. Brahmacharya is the active sublimation of all your sexual impulses in word, thought, and deed. In order to do this, one will be at constant war with their lust. I don't like to push things on people, but I do always suggest God mode, at least temporarily, for individuals who want to super speed things in the spiritual and or material plane, and people who are in a bad position in life. And I do push it on people who are coming off of porn addiction. This is because God mode inundates the practitioner in sexual alchemy, and all the newly found energies that it brings are put to spiritual and material use. For chronic fappers and those suffering from psychophysical maladies like performance anxiety and ED or erectile dysfunction, an initial minimum 6 months of dopamine rewire in which the fapper not only ceases fapping but also ejects from the sex world temporarily to rewire is a must. This initial required rewire is only possible when one partakes in the alchemical practices that God mode inundates the practitioner in. This is because God mode builds the habit of not thinking about sex all the time. Masturbation starts with thoughts usually, and if one does not deal with these thoughts, they're still at high risk of masturbation, porn in the equation or not. But if one has internalized the habit of killing all these thoughts, which will happen if anyone genuinely practices Akhanda Brahmacharya for a sustained period, then they will get to a point where they just don't ever go to the place that leads to fapping. Also, coming off God mode, if you decide to become sexually active again, you will be way more present. Pending that you practice retention and follow an ejaculation frequency schedule to keep yourself in balance, even when you resume your sex life again, you maintain the benefits. Obviously, if you do God mode and then return to uncontrolled fapping and or sex, you will undo the benefits quickly. So if you want to come off of it eventually, make sure you have a solid plan. You have to keep the habits. I always say on my retention videos that are more geared towards those finished with God mode and wanting to have a balanced sex life, that just because you have sex does not mean you sit around thinking about sex all day, every day. The goal is presence always. And in that case, for those people, you are not present if you think about sex unless in the case where you are actively engaging in sex. In all other situations, I would sublimate all the urges that occur. I learned this on God mode, and even when I do Taoist retention and am not on God mode, I still sublimate at all times unless I am in an active sexual encounter. I did other videos on dating and retention that draw clear boundaries on the sex and dating thing so as to show people how it can be done, but that is irrelevant to this video. Because on God mode, we are going to practice sexual alchemy on all of our urges, and we don't ever have sex on God mode. Life is fully devoted to sexual alchemy on God mode, so this is going to supercharge you into the realm of divinity. When one takes the vow of Brahmacharya, there are 3 phases, so to speak. Most people who do the 6-month to a year rewire will experience the first 2 phases and some of the 3rd phase, which is also the longest phase. In the first phase, 1 to 2 months in which we can call the withdrawal period, your lust will attack you from all angles. You need to be super diligent here with these alchemy practices, as all these attacks are opportunities in disguise. These are prime opportunities to sublimate and transmute the energy from the lower centers to the higher energy centers, thus accomplishing sexual alchemy. Later in the video, we provide detailed instructions on how to sublimate on urges, and also a guided practice that can be done in the morning daily. More on that to come in a bit. In the second phase, 2 to 6 months in, aka the complete rewire period, the lust still attacks you, but way less so. You start feeling good and your connection to God increases, and especially after 90 days in, you will begin to feel your heart opening up to the universe in a new way. The need for active sublimation becomes less and less as subconscious sublimation begins to take place. This is also the phase where ojas, or spiritual energy, begins to form within the practitioner, and it is great to amp up the spiritual sadhana so as to be most effective at this point. In the third phase, which we will call the bliss opening phase, which starts around 6 months in and can last up to 12 years, you begin to feel God within you. It begins as a mere feeling of contentment and bliss, and as God communicates with you, as He does with everyone all the time anyways, they just don't see it, you are much more clear on spiritual matters and able to see them. Your ability to grasp the subtle nature of things without mind expands slowly, and your experience of your divinity expands slowly until you reach enlightenment. Enlightenment is the end goal of our existence and also the end of the bliss opening phase. In all of the above phases, I have experienced the need to actively sublimate. It is just that as I progress on this path, the need to do so is less and less, and my ability to subconsciously sublimate my lust increases. It is almost like this subconscious ability is a muscle that is strengthened only through active sublimation of the sexual energy. Now, in order to accomplish sexual alchemy, I have 2 tactics. I've mentioned them in other videos, but this is a more in-depth look at the practice, so you can do them as well flawlessly if you want, as some of you in the comments have requested this kind of video. The first tactic is the quick alchemy tactic, and the other one is a morning sublimation done early morning every morning. For the quick alchemy tactic, i.e. what I do on urges, I simply close my eyes and picture Jesus or Ramana Maharshi or Swami Shivananda and repeat, "God, please shine your grace on me," over and over until the thoughts dissolve. In the beginning of the streak, they will just dissolve. But a few weeks in and more into the streak, it becomes more intense that you actually feel the energy rising through your chakra system. But in the beginning, when the thoughts dissolve, change the visualization from the chosen deity to your chakra system and envision the energy flowing up the Sushumna or central channel to the brain. And when it hits there and the thoughts are out, I resume my karma yoga or work. You can also ask for other things while you do this. Sometimes I ask for more intellect, for more love, more energy, whatever you desire at that moment. There are 3 parts that are required to this practice: the repeated mantra asking for grace, the envisioning of the deity, and the envisioning of the chakra system, especially in the beginning. And here's why. The repetition mantra asking for grace is critical because, as Swami Shivananda stated, it is only by the grace of the Lord that you can overcome your lust. In this, I personally devised this prayer/mantra that literally asks for that which is needed to do exactly what we are trying to do here, point blank. And in my experience, it works very well. The envisioning of the deity is critical as well. This is just a tactic used in India to bring the mind to one-pointedness. Point blank. True, there are lay people living in their egos in India who actually believe in 10 million gods as a religious thing. No judgments on that here, but I have noticed that the people who have realized and practitioners of Advaita Vedanta know that the 10 million gods are just mere manifestations of the one true self shining in different forms, as was Jesus, Swami Shivananda, and Ramana Maharshi. So if you have religious hesitations, if you come from another tradition, then don't think of this as a religious practice. It is just a trick to tame the mind in the most turbulent of situations. Sri Ramana Maharshi was adamant of this. While he taught in India and many followers were Hindu, he also had followers who were Christian, Muslim, and from all faiths. First, he would teach from their religious path, and then, when they advanced, he would switch them to the divine path. The path of God has no religion, and this is the divine path that he would move them towards. To Hindus who asked about the envisioning of deities, to him specifically, he would often state that this is arbitrary and that this practice is but a mere trick to bring the mind to one-pointedness. So if you have hesitations for religious reasons, just think of this as a meditative practice, as that is all it is. The third critical part of my quick alchemy tactic is the envisioning of the energy flowing up when the thoughts have subsided. This is crucial because this is what trains the body to actually send the energy up the chakra system. You may not feel it in the beginning, but also note that when you do feel it regularly, eventually, the visualization is not necessarily needed anymore because the body will send the energy upwards subconsciously. You can continue to do the visualization when this happens, but it is not necessary as the transmutation happens with just the prayer and deity envisioning, and the energetic flow is subconscious. However, If you feel the energy weakening or you have stopped God mode and are on a new streak, proceed to do the chakra visualization again. Listen to your body. When you regularly feel the energy moving up on this practice easily, you are in the safe zone. But if it is just starting to happen, or weakening even, or you are on a new streak, then do the visualization regularly until the body tells you otherwise. Remember, experience is the best teacher and the best means of conducting science. No one thing applies to everyone, so when you do things and learn them, always tweak to what works for you and hence dial in the practice, both for this and for everything else you do in life. Now we will move on to the guided morning sublimation tactic. In order for this to work best, you need to wake up between 3 to 4 a.m. This time is known as Brahma Muhurta, or the time of divine, and is a time that is especially known for being a time of still-mindedness and meditation. Hence, it is easy to reach the state of meditation at this time, and sexual alchemy will happen way more smoothly at this time, as all the urges that would normally be pushed out of your subconscious mind in the fourth quadrant of sleep as wet dreams now will get turned into a spiritual force that will supercharge your day. To do this, first wake up and wash your face and hands with cold water, or even take a cold shower if possible. Do your morning prayer if you have one, and then sit in lotus pose. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. In through the nose and out through the nose. Still your mind and focus on your breath. Still your mind and focus on your breath. Feel your breath going in through your nostrils and filling your belly on the inhale, and traveling up your windpipe and out your nose on the exhale. Now take a moment to set your intentions for the practice. You may want to focus on transmuting sexual energy for creativity, vitality, or spiritual growth. Whatever your goals for this day are, be intentional right now. Begin by relaxing your body from head to toe. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And with each exhale, release any tension or stress you may be holding in your body. Visualize roots growing from the base of your spine, reaching down into the earth and grounding you and connecting you to the energy of the earth and the universe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Bring your awareness to your pelvic area, where your sexual energy resides. Notice any sensations or feelings in this area without any judgment. In through the nose, out through the nose. Now, we will shift our breathing to deep belly breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand fully. Exhale slowly through your mouth, letting go of any tension or resistance. In through the nose, deeply, expanding the belly. Out through the mouth, releasing all your tension. As you inhale, imagine drawing in pure, vibrant energy from the earth. Feel this energy filling your body with each breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. With each exhale, visualize releasing any stagnant or blocked energy from your pelvic area. Now visualize the Muladhara chakra, also known as the root chakra, located at the base of your spine. Imagine it as a spinning wheel of vibrant red energy. See this chakra as the source of your sexual energy, deeply connected to the earth and providing a strong foundation for your physical and emotional well-being. Visualize a glowing ball of warm golden light forming at the Muladhara chakra, representing your sexual energy. With each inhale, imagine this ball of light growing brighter and more vibrant, intensifying the energy. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you exhale, visualize the energy rising up your spine like a glowing stream of light, moving through each chakra along the way and ending in your brain. And on each inhale, imagine this ball of light growing brighter and more vibrant, encircling your brain. Exhale and pull the energy up the system. Inhale and circulate it in the brain. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Exhale and pull the energy up the system. Inhale and circulate it in the brain. Inhaling deep, expanding the belly as you circulate the energy in your brain and the upper chakras. Exhaling full and emptying the belly as you pull the energy upwards. Continue breathing and pulling the energy upwards and circulating it in the brain. As you do this, now focus your attention on each chakra as the energy passes through it, going upwards. In the root chakra, visualize the energy moving up from the base of your spine, grounding you and providing a sense of stability and security from your root chakra as it moves to your sacral chakra. In the sacral chakra, feel the energy swirling and pulsating in your lower abdomen, igniting your creativity and passion as it passes to your solar plexus chakra. In the solar plexus chakra, sense the energy radiating from your core, empowering you with confidence and personal power as it moves up into the heart chakra. When in the heart chakra, experience energy expanding around your heart, filling you with love, compassion, and gratitude as it moves up to the throat chakra. In the throat chakra, feel the energy flowing through your throat, enabling clear communication and self-expression as it passes up into the third eye chakra. Now in the third eye chakra, visualize the energy ascending to your forehead, awakening your intuition and inner wisdom as it passes up into your crown chakra. In the crown chakra, imagine the energy reaching the crown of your head, connecting you to higher consciousness and spiritual realms. Everything is now one, and you are now everything. Finally, direct the energy to your brain. Visualize energy enveloping your brain in a bright, luminous glow, charging it with vitality, clarity, and focus. Ojas Shakti is now forming within your brain. Feel your mind becoming sharp and alert, filled with creative ideas and insights. Now return to normal breathing, in through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Take a few moments to sit in stillness, allowing the energy to integrate and settle within your body. In through the nose, out through the nose. Express gratitude for the experience and the energy you've cultivated, knowing that you can harness this energy for your highest good. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to your surroundings. Bring your hands into prayer position, and we will do one Om to activate our vibrations in this wonderful state. Om. Now, if you really want to supercharge, proceed to do Sirsasana as long as your body allows. Do this practice every morning when you wake up, hopefully at Brahma Muhurta, and the quick alchemy tactic on all urges that arise on God mode. And as your streak progresses, experience the opening of a new door to a new dimension where God is staring straight back at you in everything that you see. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all the bells and whistles if you're into my content. I'll see you next time.